This is Bill Morneau, a slimy weasel, also known as Trudeau's finance minister. He's the head of the Department of Finance, and as such, he oversees some of the most important Canadian institutions. This makes him one of the most powerful men in the entire country. One of his major responsibilities is to present the federal budget, but when asked a question about the budget, Morneau does what any good Liberal would do, which is to completely disregard the question and give a long non-answer with a bunch of buzzwords. So let's watch him try to answer some simple questions from Conservative MP Pierre Polievre.
Polievre, 7 minutes, a little more.
In what year will the budget be balanced?
As we've shown each year, we've shown the ongoing trajectory to be fiscally responsible by reducing the amount of debt to our GDP over time.
In what year will the budget be balanced?
As I've said, we think it's important to be fiscally responsible and to have a balanced approach to managing our economy.
And in what year will the budget be balanced?
And as I've said, the approach that we've taken is one that has demonstrably worked.
The economy is right, much faster than it was, of course, when we came to office after the previous government left us with a very low growth.
In what year will
very
the
low rate of
budget
growth.
be? In what year will the budget be balanced?
I would be pleased to continue to have the same response to the same question, and that is that we believe that having a balanced approach to
What about a balanced budget? When will that happen?
We will continue to make investments on behalf of the long-term future of Canadians.
You promised in
that's
2019
working.
you'd have a balanced budget. Will you balance the budget in 2019?
We will continue to make investments that we see are appropriate to grow our economy, and happily that's working.
And when will the budget be balanced?
And we'll continue to do that in a fiscally responsible way.
Okay, so the minister doesn't know when the budget will be balanced. On to his increases in taxes on small businesses. He says small businesses will be allowed to have $50,000 in passive income before his new penalties kick in. Is that $50,000 per shareholder or $50,000 per company?
Perhaps I can start by setting the record straight. In fact, we're reducing taxes on small businesses.
Okay.
Absolutely
wrong.
You've said that small businesses will be allowed to earn $50,000 in passive income before new taxation new tax measures will affect them. Is that $50,000 per shareholder or $50,000 per company?
Just to come in here, Mr. Minister, let's not try and interrupt each other. I'm watching the time. The ministers around can be around equal time to the question asked, so there's no need interrupting each other. If we can do that, please. Go ahead, Mr. Minister.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, was I interrupted?
No, you weren't. Mr. Polievre was, but that's
sorry,
fine.
I just wanted to be clear.
Yeah.
Douchebag! The goal that we've set out is an important one, we believe, which is to make sure that incorporating only for the opportunity to defer income is not our goal. Our goal is to ensure people invest actively in their business. And as such, we've said that there will be a limit in terms of the amount of income that can be deferred within a private corporation.
The minister is running my clock. He can run his own clock during his opening statement, but I've asked very short, pointed questions seeking factual answers, and he's not answering them. So I asked for the ability to restate the question.
State the question.
Thank you. Is that $50,000 per shareholder or $50,000 per company?
As I said earlier, we think this is important. We believe that it's important.
Do you know the answer to the question, or because if I could revert to your interview on CBC's The House, you were asked the similar question, and you said that those details had not been worked out. But it's not a detail, Minister. If a company has 10 shareholders and that company is only allowed to have $50,000 in passive income, then that's actually $5,000 in passive income per person. I don't know on what planet one would have to live to think that $5,000 a year in passive income is enough for a business owner to pay for a retirement or maternity leave or for some other eventuality. But I'm just asking that you answer the question, because there are a lot of small business people who desperately need answers, and you've been immersed in this matter now for 100 days. You should know by now what your policy is. Is it 50? Or is your limit on passive investment going to be 50,000 per company or 50,000 per shareholder?
Minister, the floor is yours.
I think now I have a fair bit of time, given the
You
length
do.
of the diatribe. Yes. As I said, we think it's important to make sure that our system works.
So you don't know if it's $50,000 per company or $50,000 per shareholder. You just don't know.
I'm pleased to continue.
Go ahead. Floor is yours.
So our goal in doing that was to put in place a measure that would limit the amount per company that people would be able to invest in their business.
Last question.
So I think the minister may have accidentally answered the question at a brief moment during his last statement.